Hi Yusuf, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Great. Hi Abdullah, how are you? Hi Ahmad, how are you?
Hi, teacher.
Hi Jawad, how are you? Great. Abdurrahman, how are you? Hi Khalid. Hi Muhammad. Abdurrahman.
Hi.
Khalid المحترم.
Hello, teacher.
Hi Abdurrahman, how are you?
Hi.
Good morning, teacher.
Hi Sally.
شايف بالله يا أستاذ صرنا محترمين إحنا شايف.
Yes, you are. Aram, how are you?
Fine.
Great.
مرام مش دارية بحالها قاعدة أدور على الكتاب.
خلاص يا خالد اسكت. Aus, how are you?
Fine, thank you, and you.
Thanks.
You mean out the wolf?
Hello.
How's the wolf? Yeah, how's the wolf?
The wolf now. Teacher, which page?
Open your books at page 295.
You solved it.
I know, but today we will take the easy way to do it. So we were drawing, today we will do something much easier. Okay? And after that, inshallah, today I will send you a worksheet to do.
Not on the program?
No, a worksheet on WhatsApp.
Good morning, teacher. PDF?
Good morning. يلا خلينا نبلش. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
إذا تبعث PDF الهومورك.
PDF. يلا خلينا نبلش. So, before everything, let's wait. خلينا انا مش اعملكم انتوا، انا عارف ايش بتحبوا انتوا بتحبوا هذا هيك بتحبوا ميوت. يلا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So, before everything, we said we have something called an equivalent fractions, right? And we say that the equivalent fractions, that there are two fractions have the same value, even they are different with numbers. So for example, I can say that 1/2 is equivalent to 2 out of 4. Okay? Why is that? We will see now. There are two ways to make an equivalent fraction. So if I ask you, write an equivalent fraction for, and I gave you the fraction of like 1/2. I want to write an equivalent fraction of 1/2. Before that, I know that when I want to model the 1/2 as a model, I can say that is the model. I want to shade 1/2 out of 2, right? Now, I have the fraction 1/2. Now, the easier way to do that is what? I can make an equivalent fraction by doing one small step. This step is multiplying the numerator and the denominator with the same number. Okay? I will multiply the numerator and the denominator with the same number, and the fraction that I will get it will be what? An equivalent fraction. For example, I will multiply this fraction by 2 and this fraction by 2. So what I will have now, 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 times 2 is 4. So look here, 1 out of 2 is equivalent to 2 out of 4. So I can generate an equivalent fraction by multiplying the numerator and the denominator with the same number. So again, I want to generate another fraction to 1 over 2. So pick any number you like. So for example, I will multiply by 3. So multiply times 3 times 3. So what you will have here, 1 times 3 is 3. And 2 times 3 is 6. So yeah, 3 out of 6 is equivalent to 1 over 2. So I can generate an equivalent fraction for any number I like by multiplying the numerator and the denominator by the same number. And yes, ya Malak.
Teacher, like I didn't understand how.
Look, I will ask you to find.
I know how to do it. I know how to do it for like doing it for what? What is the what? Like I didn't understand.
You didn't understand why they are equivalent?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I will tell you why. Okay, now we have 1 out of 2. Okay? Now 1 out of 2, when I want to model it, look, it will be something like this. So I have a whole, I divide it into 2 parts, and we shaded this part, right? Is there any problem with that?
No.
Okay, now I want now to generate an equivalent fraction. So for example, I will multiply here by 2, and I will multiply here by 2. Okay, now let's see what will happen. So my fraction now, my new fraction is what? It's 2 out of 4, right? Right? My new fraction is 2 out of 4. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. For now, is that okay for now? Now, let's see when I want to make it as a model, what will happen? Okay, now look. I have my model. Now I will make it into 4 parts, right? So these are my model now because we have the whole as a 4. So I make my model as a 4. Okay. Now 2 out of 4. So I need to shape 2 of them, right?
Okay.
Now look for this model and this model. In this circle, we shaded the half, right, of it.
Yeah.
And also in this model, also we shaded the half. Look, we are shading the same area. Even they are different fractions.
Wait, what? What?
Look here, we are shading this area here, right? And here we are shading this area, right?
Yeah.
Look, it's 1 over 2. We are shading the half of the circle, right?
Yeah.
And 2 over 4, also we are shading the half of the circle. Right?
Yeah.
So that means what? That means that 1 over 2 is the same thing, exactly the same thing as 2 over 4. They are different. Okay, now I will explain that in another way. Now, we have 1 out of 2, right? And we have 2 out of 4, right?
Yeah.
Now, look, if you look here, you will see that the 1 is a half of the 2, right?
Yeah.
And the 2 is a half of the 4, right?
Yeah.
So even they are different, but they are representing the same value. Even they are different, they are representing the same value. Do you understand now?
Oh, like if they're different.
I will give you another example, but wait, let me listen for the other student, okay? Yes, Yama.
Which way?
200, we're still on that page, which is 295.
Okay. Which question are you solving?
No, I'm not starting solving the question, but I'm giving the method, okay? Look, follow me and you'll understand. Yes, Yusuf, do you have a question?
Why do you need to shade?
Huh?
Why do you need to shade?
Okay, look, now, if I want to represent, for example, 3 out of 4 in a model. So, at first, you need to make a model, okay, Yusuf? You can pick a rectangle or you can pick a circle. It's okay, okay? Now, we have our whole is divided into 4 parts, right? Right, Yusuf?
Yes, right.
Because we have 4 parts here. Now, how many parts do we have of it, of these 4 parts? 3 parts, right?
Yes.
So, to represent that, we shade what? 3 out of 4. So, this 3 out of 4 equals to this. You see that now?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. So now, let's back. Say it again. Now, to generate an equivalent fraction, there are 2 ways. The first way is to multiply both numerator and the denominator with the same number. For example, let's take another example. So, suppose that I have 3 out of 4. Now, I will ask you to write an equivalent fraction for this fraction. Write an equivalent fraction for this fraction. Now, there are too many equivalent fractions for this fraction. To find one of it, just pick any number you like. So, for example, I will pick 2, okay? So what you will do, just multiply the numerator and the denominator by 2. So, times 2, times 2. So, the new fraction that you will have is 3 times 2, which is 6, divided by 4 times 2, which is 8. So, 3 out of 4 is equivalent of 6 out of 8. So that's the first way we can generate an equivalent fraction. Okay, now another student, wait, another student, he says, no, I don't want to multiply by 2. I want to multiply by 3. It's okay. I can tell you that 3 out of 4, if you multiply times 3, for example, times 3, you will generate an equivalent fraction. So 3 times 3, that is 9. Out of what? 4 times 3 is 12. So 3 out of 4 is equivalent, it's equal to 9 out of 12. Both of them are equivalent. So we can generate equivalent fraction by multiplying the numerator and the denominator by the same number. Okay, so if you multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number, you would have an equivalent fraction. Yes, ya Muhammad.
ليش كتبت مكاني ما كتبت 4 ضرب 3؟
ممكن بعد عن هذه شوي لحتى ما يطلع صدى الصوت.
الاثنين ليش ما حطيت 4 ضرب 4 وفوق كمان 4 ضرب 4 بدل الاثنين؟
No, we have a condition, ya Muhammad. We have a condition, okay? If you want to generate an equivalent fraction, you must multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number, okay? So, for example, I will give you this fraction. So it's 5 out of 6, okay? Okay, Muhammad? Now, I want to generate an equivalent fraction for it. So, at first, pick any number you like. So, example, 2, 3, 4, any number. Give me any number you like. Muhammad?
7.
7? Okay, so what you need to do, you need to multiply the numerator and the denominator by 7. Okay? You need to multiply both of them by the same number. Okay? So now, 5 times 7, that equals to 35. Now, 6 times 7 equals to 42. So, 5 out of 6 is equivalent, is equal to 35 out of 42. They are the same, even they have different shapes, okay? So the rule is to multiply both of the numbers by the same number, okay? Okay, you understand now?
لا أنا قصدي أستاذ إنه أنت حطيت جنب 2 ضرب 4 و2 ضرب 3. ليش ما حطيت إنه 4 ضرب 4 و4 ضرب 3؟
Where you talking about here?
Yes.
What? Where's the rubber? I have the fraction. I have the fraction of look. Let me erase all of that. Wait, everyone. I will answer all of your questions. Just wait. Okay. I have the fraction that is 3 out of 4. Okay. Now I need to generate an equivalent fraction for it. Okay, Muhammad. So I picked the number 2. Okay. So what I will do, I will multiply by 2. I will multiply by 2. Okay? So 3 times 2 is 6, and 4 times 2 is 8. Now, for example, you picked to multiply by 3. It's okay. So you have the fraction 3 out of 4. You picked 3, okay. So just times 3 times 3. So what you will have now, it's 9 out of 12. So this is correct and this is correct. Both of them are equivalent. So 3 out of 4 is equivalent to 6 out of 8, and 3 out of 4 is equivalent to 9 out of 12. Okay? Do you understand now?
أستاذ قصدي إنه الأربعة التحتانية تحطها مكان الاثنين.
What do you mean?
4 ضرب 4 و4 ضرب 3.
You can't do that. You mean you pick the number 4, right? So we have the fraction of that is 3 out of 4. You need to multiply by 4. You mean like this?
Yes.
It's okay. I can pick 2, 3, 4. It's okay. You understand now? You can pick any number, 2 or 3 or 4 to multiply. It's okay. So now you will have what? 12 out of 16. So yeah, they are equivalent. So this is true, and this is true. You understand now?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see Furat. Yes, yeah, Furat. Wait, Malak. Wait, Amr. I will answer you. Yes, yeah, Furat.
I didn't understand.
Okay. Wait. Stay with me. I will ask you, Furat, something like this. Write an equivalent fraction for, and I will give you a fraction, for example, like this. So 3 out of 5, okay? Is there any problem?
No.
So you have the fraction that is 3 out of 5, right? And you need to write an equivalent fraction. First of all, just choose any number you like, more than one. For example, 2 or 3 or 4. Choose any number you like. Give me any number you like.
2.
2. So you pick 2. So you multiply here times 2 and here times 2. Okay? So the new fraction that you will have 3 times 2, which is 6, and here 5 times 2, which is 10. So that's it. So 3 out of 5 is equivalent to 6 out of 10. Now again, maybe another student have the fraction that is 3 out of 5, and he choose the number 3, for example. So what he will do, he will multiply times 3, he will multiply times 3. So he now have what? 9, right? 3 times 3, which is 9. And here what we have? 5 times 3, which is 15. So also they are equivalent. So this is true and this is true. So first of all, you pick any number you like, but you have just one condition. The condition that you need to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number that you picked. Okay?
Teacher,
Yeah.
we can choose the number like the number 12.
You can choose any number, but always pick a small number so you can multiply it easily. Okay?
Okay.
Understand why?
Yes.
So you are okay now, Ifrat?
Yes.
Great. Let's see Omar. After Omar, we see Malak. Yalla.
So, teacher, basically, it's just like so easier way, right?
What? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So this is the easier way, right?
Yeah, this is the easiest way. So you pick any number, multiply your fraction by it, and then you have an equivalent fraction.
So I can pick any. I can multiply it with any number I want. I just have to do this. I just have to multiply the number with the same number I did with the numerator or the denominator.
Yes, the condition that you need to multiply the both numerator and the denominator by the same number.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. Let's see Malak.
Teacher, like, I'm confused
You confused by what?
by this. Like, I know how to solve it.
But you don't understand how is that going on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I will give you example. I will give you example. Okay, suppose that you have 1 dinar, okay? 1 dinar, okay?
Okay.
Now, this 1 dinar you have as 2 halves. يعني معك نصين، نص دينار ونص دينار، تمام؟
Yeah.
طيب، أعطيتي أخوك واحد من النص دينار، كم أخذ هو؟ أخذ 1 out of 2 صح؟
Yeah.
كم قيمتها هاي 1 out of 2؟ قيمتها نص دينار صح؟ طيب نيجي مرة ثانية أنت معك دينار بس هذا الدينار معك هو عبارة عن 4 أرباع صح ولا فاهم علي كيف؟ معك دينار ربع دينار ربع دينار ربع دينار ربع دينار مش هذول دينار؟
Yeah.
طيب اجى أخوك أخذ كم؟ أخذ ربعين منك فهو أخذ 2 out of 4 صح؟
You sound. Wait. What? You sound.
بحكي اجى مش you have 4 أرباع عندك أنت؟
Yeah.
اجى اخوك اخذ 2 منهم فهو اخذ ايش؟ اخذ 2 out of 4 صح؟
Yeah.
طيب في الحالة الأولى هو اخذ 1 out of 2 اللي هي نص دينار صح؟
Yeah.
طب في الحالة الثانية هو اخذ 2 out of 4 اللي هم ربعين، طب الربعين مش هي نفسها نص دينار؟
Yeah.
ف 1 out of 2 equals 2 out of 4 يعني انت لو يعني انت لو كان معك نصين اخوك اخذ واحد منهم فهو اخذ 1 out of 2 اللي هي ايش؟ اللي هي نص دينار. طيب لو كان معك 4 أرباع اخوك اخذ ربعين اللي هي 2 out of 4 والربعين هم نفس نص دينار. فانا لو حكيت نص دينار لو حكيت ربعين هم نفس الشيء صح ولا لا؟ طيب بلاش معك دينار عباره كلهم عن برايز 10 قروش 10 قروش 10 قروش كذا تمام؟ اخوك اخذ 5 برايز 5 10 قروشات فهو اخذ 5 out of 10 صح؟ طيب مش الخمس برايز هم نص دينار؟
What?
مش الخمس برايز هم نص دينار؟
Yeah.
يعني ايش؟ يعني 5 out of 10 هي نص دينار اللي نفسها 1 out of 2 اللي نفسها 2 out of 4. So do you understand now?
Yeah.
So even they have different numbers like this, but they are still the same.
Okay.
You understand now?
Thank you. Yeah, thank
Great.
you.
You're welcome. Let me see Sally now. Yes, Sally.
Teacher,
Yeah?
I didn't understand it very well.
It's okay. Let me solve with the one, me and you. Yeah, Sally. We have now 3 out of 6, for example. Okay? Now, I will tell you, please, Sally, I want to generate an equivalent fraction. Okay? I want you to write an equivalent fraction. Okay? So, the first of all, you pick any number you like. Pick any number you like.
2.
Okay, 2. You can pick 2, you can pick 3, you can pick any number you like. So I will multiply by 2. I will multiply by 2. Okay? So now what do you have? 3 times 2, which is 6. 6 times 2, which is 12. So this fraction is equivalent to this fraction. They are equal. You see that?
Now I understand. Thank you.
You're welcome. Great. Let me see Jawad.
Teacher,
Yeah?
can I go to the bathroom because I cannot
بسرعة يلا بسرعة. Yes يا عبد الله.
أستاذ
Yes.
أستاذ صوتك بقطع كثير.
Everyone, can you hear me or not? The problem is from you, Ya Abdullah. Try to move to another region so you can hear me well. Okay, خلونا نكمل الآن. طيب، احنا سنروح على البوك ونشوف في أمثلة. شوف كيف مثلا. Look, in the book we have an examples like this. 2 out of 8 equals something out of 4. Let's solve this one. Oh, before that, let me solve another one. I want something else to talk about. So, let's see this one. Yeah, 1 out of 2 equals something out of 6. So, we have what? We have in this example, 1 out of 2 equals something out of 6. Now, here we will do the same thing. Here we will do the same thing. To generate this equivalent fraction, I will multiply this fraction by a number. But look, he made it easy for me. Now, how does this 2 become 6? This 2 became 6 by multiplying by 3, right? So what we will do, we will multiply this times 3, we will multiply this times 3. Now, 1 times 3 is 3. And 2 times 3, it's already 6. So we're done. Again, I will do it again. Wait, yeah, Yusuf, I will answer you. Wait. Again, suppose that I have something like that. 2 out of 5 equals something out of 10. And I need to figure out what number should I put here. So, what we're going to do? Now, I will ask myself, how this 5 became 10? How does this 5 became 10? So what you're going to do, it's multiplied by 2, right? So 5 times 2, it's 10. So you need to multiply here also by 2. Now, 2 times 2, it's 4. So the equivalent fraction is 2 out of 10. So do you understand now? Yes, Yusuf.
Teacher, my screen's black. I can't see anything.
Oh, okay, wait, let me see that. Do you see now, yeah, Yusuf?
Yeah.
Do you see the whiteboard? Okay, so let's see Hadia. Yes, yeah, Hadia.
Teacher, what about number 14?
Wait, let me see it. 14. Yeah, you have, yes, let's do it. No, wait. This for part 2 of the class that we will talk about now. Now, the part 2 is about what? It's, look, we say that I can make an equivalent fraction if I multiply by number, right? No, the same thing works with the division. Now I can make an equivalent fraction also by a divide. So for example, now 4 out of 8. Now I can make an equivalent fraction with it by by divide both sides by what? By 2, for example. So if you divide here by 2, divide here by 2. Now, 4 divided by 2, it's 2. Now, 8 divided by 2, it's 4. So, 4 out of 8 is equivalent to 2 out of 4. You see that? So, the first way we can make an equivalent fraction by multiplying, and the second way we can make an equivalent fraction by dividing. Okay? So, now, another example, suppose that we have 3 out of 6, and I want to make an equivalent fraction of it by dividing, not by multiplying, by dividing. Where's the Aram? I will see you. Yes, Aram, do you have a question? You have a question? Okay, thank you. Okay. Yes, Muhammad.
Teacher,
Yeah.
what about of number 15?
Wait, let me solve this one. Now here, look, if I want to generate an equivalent fraction by dividing, by division, we can generate on this one by multiplying, okay? But if I want to generate one by what? By division. What we will do? Look, if you can see here, I can divide both of them by 3, right? So divide by 3, divide by 3. So what do you have now? 3 out divided by 3 is 1. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. So we done. So that's the equivalent fraction. Now, let's see number what? Number 15, 14 and 15. Okay. Let me solve number 14. Wait, everyone, wait. Okay. So, number 14. What we have? We have, what? Yeah, 8 out of 12. So 8 out of 12 became 2 out of something. Now I need to find this thing. Now look, this 8 became 2. Now this 8, now in equivalent fractions we can use 2 things, just 2 things, either multiplication or division. Now, how does this 8 became 2? I can divide it by 4, right? So 8 divided by 4 equals 2. And because of that, I need to make the same thing for both numerator and the denominator. I need here to divide also by 4. So 12 divided by 4 equals 3. And that's it. So do you understand now, Ya Muhammad?
Teacher, had you said number 14? I am 15.
Which is what? Which is 4 out of 5?
Yes.
Okay, let me see that one. Okay, now 4 out of 5, this became 8 out of something, right? Now, Muhammad, you tell me, how can you make this 4 as 8? What do you need to do? Multiply or divide? This 4 became 8.
Multiply.
By what?
2.
Yes, excellent. So here we multiplied by 2. So to get this, you need to multiply by 2. So 5 times 2, 10.
10.
You got it now?
Yes.
Great. So let me see if you have any question. Who is raising up his hand? Who's this one? Yalla. Meen hand.
Me.
Yes, Yusuf.
Can you send it on WhatsApp?
The what?
The answer.
Yeah, okay. I will send the whole class to the WhatsApp, okay? Inshallah. So do you have any question? Yes, Sally. Let me hear Sally.
Teacher, when do we use the divided and when do we use the time? The
What?
times, the multiplication. When do we use the?
Yeah, look.
When do we divide?
Talk about tomorrow, inshallah. When we use this and when we use this, okay? But for now, look here, Sally. If I gave you something like this, I told you that we have like 4 out of 5. This became as 8 out of something. Now, Sally, tell me, how does this 4 became 8? What we did?
We divide the 4 with the 8.
Multiply. How we have a 4, right? This 4 became 8. So I multiplied the 4 by something, so I got 8, right?
Yes.
So what that thing? I multiplied by 2, right? So 4 times 2 is 8, right? Yeah, Sally?
Yes.
So I need here to do exactly the same thing. So I need to multiply by 2. So 5 times 2 is 10. That's it. So now, when we can use the division, look for this one. So I have 8 out of 10. Okay. Now this equals to something out of 5. Now, you ask yourself, how this 10 became 5? What we did for this 10 to become 5?
Times 2.
No, it's getting smaller, right? The 10 getting smaller. So when it's getting smaller, that means it's division, right? So we divide the 10 by 2, so we got 5, right?
Yes.
So also we need to do the same thing here, divide by 2, so that is 4. So do you understand now? For now, until now, do you understand when to use this and when to use this?
Yes.
Great. Let me see Furat, and we don't have time, so ayallah.
Teacher,
Yeah.
can you picture it and send it in the group?
Send the whole record for the group, inshallah.
Yeah, but I need the picture only.
تكرمي عيوني يا فرات هاي اخذنا البكتشر كمان اوكي لا استنى شوي احنا عملنا هيك تمام تكرمي يلا يا عمر بسرعه ما معنا وقت
I don't have a question.
Okay, so everyone, are you full understand now? So is there any problem now? It became more easier, right? So you have a question now, yalla.
So the division part, if you have something like the
If you have something less than the original fraction, it's obvious, we divide it, right? So if you have something larger than,
like the division one, you will just like bring 2 numbers, right? And you will divide them, and we have to like divide them into what the answer is going to be. For example, like 8 divided 2 equals 4, and 10 divided 2 equals 5. Is that the whole division part? And I don't really understand the multiply part. Is that all the lesson?
the main concept is you pick a number to generate equivalent fraction. You pick a number. This number, the most important thing, if you do something for the numerator, you have to do exactly the same thing for the denominator. If you multiply here, you need to multiply here. The same number. If you divide here, you need to divide here by the same number. Yes, Ya Ahmed. Yes, Omar.
But the division one, I'm talking about the division one. You will bring like
Okay.
number.
To use, you mean when to, okay, we're done. The class will done now, okay. Ask me about that tomorrow, okay, Amar?
Okay, bye.
Bye, I will see you